This program contains true stories of rescues. All of the 911 calls you will hear are real. Whenever possible, the actual people involved have helped us reconstruct the events as they happened. We begin in Miami, Florida, where Grant Kemmerer was outside on the patio of his apartment tending to his favorite pets.
Grant's always loved animals. He didn't care what they were.
He wanted to have snakes. We allowed him to have snakes at the house, which were non-poisonous snakes. After he had his own place, he told me that he was going to get some semi-poisonous snakes. And I knew that once we had progressed to a semi-poisonous snake, that the next thing was going to be a poisonous snake.
And I told him whenever he got the snakes, I said, you know, one of these days they're going to call me at work and they're going to tell me you've been bitten. And Grant's pat answer to that was, no, Mom, don't worry, trust me, it will never happen.
Ignoring his parents' warnings, Grant bought a rare albino Asian cobra, one of the most deadly animals in the world.
When Grant showed me the cobra, I was fascinated by it. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's also absolutely lethal. Grant said that the snake was docile, but to me the snake was very hostile. Anytime I was ever around the snake would hood, and the snake would strike the front of the cage, and it would continue to strike the front of the cage until its nose was bloody.
Shortly before midnight on November 20th, 1989, Grant went to change the cobra's water. After 4 years, he was confident he could handle the snake safely. Larry Wygand had only been Grant's roommate for a month.
When he pulled out his albino snake, I noticed that it was getting close to him, but I didn't worry because I knew that he's handled it before.
Carefully keeping the snake's head away from his body, down near his thick leather boots, Grant reached for the snake's empty water bowl.
I heard him shout from the patio, and when I looked out, he was putting the albino snake back into the cage. Grant was shocked. He started to react, I think, maybe feel a little nauseous. So then he said, Larry, you know, just get me to the hospital, let's go.
Without treatment, the cobra's venom could kill Grant within a few hours.
When Grant started to tell me that his reaction might be a cardiac arrest, that's when I really started to worry.
When we continue.
What kind of snake was it?
Cobra.
This particular antivenom for an Asian cobra isn't kept available in the hospital because it's used so rarely.
Driver motioned me to roll my window down, so I motioned him to pull off to the shoulder of the road. When I got out of the car, the driver came out kind of excited, waving his arms and screaming something to the fact that his buddy or the passenger was bitten by a cobra. I saw the victim slumped over and the blood running down his leg, and that I figured the time was of essence.
Florida Highway Patrol Officer Jim Card headed for the nearest hospital.
male 1012 reference to cobra bite.
I then notified the station that I had a snake bite victim and that he'd been bit by a cobra, and that they needed to tell the hospital, Baptist ER, that I had somebody coming in so they could be prepared for him. I reached speeds right in the area of 100 to 110 miles an hour. It allowed me to get to the Baptist in right around the area of 3 minutes. I know that you get bit by a cobra, you don't have a whole lot of time to deal with. He was still conscious at the time, but as I was carrying him in, he said that he was getting a little lightheaded.
You got a snake bite.
Okay, I'll get that to Brandon. What kind of snake was it?
It's cobra.
We'll see if we have the antivenom.
Okay, let's get the leads on him.
He told us kind of snake that he was bitten by, and we realized that we had a problem. This particular antivenom for an Asian cobra isn't kept available in the hospital because it's used so rarely.
Okay, get the intubation tray ready.
Emergency room doctor Larry Branham had never treated a cobra bite before.
I was changing the water bowl in its cage. I keep thinking.
When did it happen?
About 20 minutes ago.
The fact that he was so sick so soon after being bitten meant to me that he had had a rather severe bite. And this really caused a lot of concern because this particular type of snake has a neurotoxin, basically, that can paralyze a person. He could stop breathing, his heart could stop, and I knew right at the particular time there was not a lot we could do for him.
That may have this antivenom.
The nursing staff and people at the desk began to make phone calls to try and obtain some type of antivenom that we could use, and no one actually could agree on the type of antivenom that we needed.
You recognize your mother?
Yeah.
He was seeing double. He was shaking a little bit. He was slowly losing consciousness. He looked like he was dying. There was just a lot of things going through my head. How do we get him to this age and then all of a sudden this happens to him?
Grant asked them to contact his friend, snake expert Joe Wasilewski. Joe brought some anti-venom he thought would work to the hospital.
Poor Grant must have been scared half to death just by the vibrations of everyone coming on around him.
Hey, Grant, I'm here.
So I went in there as calm as I can be, and I just wanted to give him some confidence, and Grant seemed relieved.
I've been through all that you're talking about.
To see one of your friends in such a condition is scary.
Okay, I'm gonna go talk to the doctor. Okay.
The antivenom that he brought in was a South African cobra antivenom. The snake that had bitten Grant was an Asian cobra. If you use the wrong type of antivenom and you then wanted to re-inject him with a different type of antivenom, he may be sensitive to that and may have a full-blown allergic reaction.
It'll work for that cobra, I know that.
But the snake he has is an Asian cobra.
With only one chance to save Grant's life with anti-venom, Dr. Branham was reluctant to use the wrong kind.
I don't know, but can you go see if you can get the information?
No problem.
Okay. I didn't know who he was, didn't know anything about him, so I really didn't know how reputable his information might be.
The trip to get the book kind of bothered me because I knew it would take an hour under normal circumstances. And from what I saw, his symptoms were going downhill fast.
Stay awake. He was having trouble with his breathing, he was having trouble with his speech, having trouble with seeing even. Once these types of symptoms begin, the neurotoxin can progress very rapidly, leading to anything from coma to death.
It had been less than 2 hours since Grant was bitten.
I was hoping for the best and expecting the worst. I was praying to God that he would pull Grant through, that he would give him a second chance, that he wouldn't take my only son away from me.
Let's get another BP on him.
Around 2 a.m., Joe returned with the snake book.
When I showed the book to the doctor, it does say additional venoms neutralized, and it said Asian Cobra, but there was an asterisk, and I never noticed the asterisk before, but the doctor sure did, and it actually said it may or may not neutralize this venom, and if it does, it may be slight. So the doctor still wasn't convinced that this was the proper serum.
When you come right down to it, we really didn't have a choice. We had to try something. We had to do something. And Grant kept telling me, Joe knows what he's doing. So I had talked to his father, and his father went out and he went ahead and signed the papers, and they started giving them the serum.
Nearly 3 hours had passed. Time was running out.
It was frightening to say yes. Use this anti-venom that may or may not work.
Come on, open your eyes.
You got to stay with me when I'm putting this in you.
And the antivenom didn't seem to take effect. Grant was still declining. His pulse was irregular. His fingernails were turning blue, which I was real concerned with. Come on, talk to me. Talk to me. I think we were into approximately the 5th or 6th vial before you could see things started to reverse themselves.
By the time he had finished the 100 cc's of anti-venom, he was totally awake. He was still having some blurred vision, but his vital signs and things were okay.
The happiest moment of the entire evening was when Grant asked for food. When he said those particular words, "I'm hungry," I thought, we got this, this is made, this is it, this is, you know, this is going to be history.
And I'm sure you'll be glad to get out of here.
It was really a festive time for all because everybody knew Grant was going to make it.
I think we'll all be glad to get out of here.
Every animal has a little niche in the world. Now let's say we kill
Joe and I have become very close, of course, through this. We work together now doing shows and lectures. I feel good every time I teach a youngster how important animals are to us.
Grant still collects snakes, but none that are poisonous. He knows he can't count on being that lucky twice, and he wouldn't want to risk hurting the people who care about him.
It's just something that not everybody gets to see, it's, you know, how genuine friends and family's love is for you, and you really can't understand that until you do come that close.
When it's all over, you look at the things that you've done, like you growl him for not brushing his teeth or not picking up his clothes, and you think, geez, that was minor, you know. I'm just thankful he's alive. Just very thankful he's alive.
Everybody look up over here. Smile, everybody.
Next.
To talk or cough. Listen carefully. I'm going to tell you what to do.
Grandma, are you out? She's out! Oh, God.
On January 16th, 1990, 79-year-old Luella Patterson was visiting her granddaughter, Dima Brown, at her home in Vancouver, Washington. It had been months since they had seen one another, and they were looking forward to being able to spend some time together.
My grandma's just really important to me because when I was a child, she played such a big role in my life. She was just so special. She was the person that made me believe in myself. She was probably the one most single, important person in my life when I was growing up. I had made a large batch of rolls.
Really nice.
Do you want to sneak one for the troops get here? She said, sure, so I opened a roll and I gave her half. I had put everything onto the table except for the rolls. I turned around and she was gone from the chair. And I just had an instinct of feeling something was wrong. I walked back in the kitchen and, you know, you just, like, by the way she looked, I could tell something was the matter with her.
KJ! KJ! Grandma's choking! Minnie, go get KJ now!
I was in the office on the telephone. I was immediately alarmed that I better get up and go see what's going on. So I just abruptly cut off the conversation and I went back into the kitchen.
Hold on, KJ's coming. Hurry up, KJ! She's choking!
She was completely helpless to help herself to do anything. And when she turned around and looked at me with those great big eyes, I mean, it was just like, help me, KJ. That was the part that was hard.
I need an ambulance at
The call for help came in at 5:44 p.m.
Hurry up, somebody's choking, please.
Stay on the phone like it's, stay on the phone like it's somebody going.
EMTs from the nearest fire station were immediately dispatched.
I got a subject choking for you.
A team of paramedics from farther away, trained in advanced life support, were also sent to the scene. The call was then turned over to dispatcher Laird Cummings.
Help is on the way. Is the person conscious?
Not barely. What do I do?
Is the person able to talk or cough?
No, they're past that
Listen
point.
carefully. I'm going to tell you what to do.
Grandma, are you out? She's out! Oh, God. I'm sorry.
She was pretty hysterical, and she was yelling and screaming and really not paying too much attention. Started giving her the orders of what to do and how to do it, and that took control of her.
Okay. Stand behind the person.
She's down on the ground.
Okay. What you need to do is just basically like lay behind the person or get down with the person, okay?
Stay with the person. Lay with the person.
Behind them. Wrap your arms around the waist.
Wrap your arms around her waist, KJ. Around her waist.
Make a fist with one hand.
Make a fist with one hand.
And place it.
God.
Okay, just repeat what I'm saying, okay?
Make a fist with one hand.
Place it against the stomach.
Place it against the stomach.
In the middle, slightly above the navel.
In the middle, slightly above the navel.
Okay, grasp the fist with your other hand.
Grab the fist with your other hand.
Press into the stomach, with quick upward thrust.
Quick upward thrust.
And repeat that until it's expelled, okay?
She's out. She's out. Nothing's happening.
Okay. Okay, keep trying that. Is the person able to breathe?
No, they're out. She's out cold.
Okay, listen carefully. I'll tell you what to do next, okay? Get her flat on her back, okay? On the floor.
Back on the floor.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Ma'am, you're going to have to calm down just a bit, okay? And try to help.
She started to lose it again, and at that point I was concerned that there was nobody else there that was going to be able to deliver the procedure. I didn't think that she was going to be able to be competent enough to do it.
Mike, KJ needs you in the kitchen.
Dina sent her daughter Mindy upstairs to get house guest Michael McComb.
Calm down just a bit, okay? And try to help. Strip the chest and straddle the thighs, okay?
Hold on, say it again.
Strip the chest and straddle the thighs, okay?
What does that mean?
That means that you would sit across the thighs after you strip the chest.
Sit across the thighs.
Okay, have you got that?
Hold on.
Hello?
When I heard the ambulance coming at that point, I just looked at Michael helplessly, and he knew that I couldn't stand there any longer. And I gave the phone to him.
And he says, okay, what do I do now? And I went through the procedure with him.
Press into the stomach with quick upward thrust. Do this about 10 times and let me know what's going on, okay? Okay. What we're trying to do is expel that object. Has anything come up? Have you checked in her mouth?
We knew we were working against time. We have a 4 to 6 minute window where the brain can be without oxygen, and we were getting real close to that time period.
Is she breathing or moving yet? No. Okay, listen carefully. I'm going to tell you what to do in the next step, okay? Lift the chin so the head bends back. Open the mouth. If you see something in there, try and sweep it out. Don't push the object backwards. Okay. Okay. You done that?
Put her head back. Got her chin up. There. And now what?
Okay. Once you get the mouth open, if you...
Breathing.
She is breathing?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Heimlich maneuver seemed to have loosened the blockage.
I ran outside to wait for them to get here. I was in fear that they'd pass the driveway.
Over here, hurry up.
I didn't know if she had been out long enough, really, whether any damage had been done to her or whether they would be able to really bring her back.
Somebody's here, the paramedic.
Okay, I want to keep you in line until they get in the house, okay?
Should we get out of the way?
Oh, definitely.
Okay, I'm going to hang up then.
Okay, sir.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
EMT Chris Orman was on the scene within 3 minutes.
I'm concerned, real concerned, because this is on the edge. I mean, we find that she still has a pulse. Her pupils are still reactive. She was still trying to breathe. She just wasn't moving any air past the blockage. Paramedic unit was only a minute or so behind us, and it's the longest 2 minutes of my life.
The EMTs worked on Luella until paramedics arrived with equipment specially designed to clear blocked airways.
Okay, she needs to get that thing out of there. We need the airway kit in here right now.
Using a laryngoscope, which is a tool that's made specifically for looking into a person's mouth and throat, I was able to see Brett actually blocking the vocal cords.
I see it. There it is.
Okay,
I got it.
You
There
got a
it
tuber,
is.
Terry?
Moments after removing the bread, she took a real deep breath.
Her color's pinking up.
All right, he's on the way. Let's get her ready to transport.
I went out into the front porch and I just said a little prayer and I just said, God, please give me an opportunity to get back to her what she gave to me as a child.
After 2 days in the hospital, Luella Patterson was back home with her family.
The people from the ambulance, the people from the fire department, and the people from the 911 center and the man on the other line particularly were a part of my family almost at that time. They cared, they were sensitive to the emotion and the hurt that was going on, and also all business about bringing Grandma back around.
And thank God I have more days and can be with the family. It's just wonderful to sit down with my grandchildren and be alive.
This has definitely made my grandmother and I closer, and I spend as much time with her as I possibly can. And I value the time because it's so precious. She could be gone right now, you know.
Step out of the car, please.